Welcome to Kayfabe Matters with your host, Tone Smith, and my co host
Momo
this evening.
says,
Oh, there you go, beat me to it. Yeah, so how you been doing, man?
I'm alright, you?
Yeah, been good. Been pretty much a lazy bastard today. I am literally recording this in my pajamas. So,
Lazy
uh,
day.
yeah, pretty much. Well, it's a Saturday, so, and tomorrow's Sunday. It's the weekend, so, like, come on, what do you want from me? um, But anyway, anything fun going on this week for you, or anything?
Not really.
Oh,
Run a boring life.
oh,
Just
that is,
working.
oh really? Oh, well, at least you're getting something done, and because I mean, there's nothing worse than not having anything to do. So it's you know, so it's something at least.
Better than being a couch potato.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, not much on my end either really. Just been same, pretty much just working, doing work at the garden centre that I work at. I do doing cookery lessons on a Wednesday. So I don't know, lots of things, I guess. On Sunday I saw War for the Planet of the Apes. Did you ever see that?
No, I didn't.
You should, man. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. But,
Might
but
give it a try later.
I mean, it depends on if you're into that type of thing. But
Might be something to watch when you're bored anyway.
I guess so.
If you're not.
I guess so. Yeah. But anyway, right. So you're
We
raw.
need to talk about wrestling, so did
I
you
I know
watch
definitely.
Raw?
Yep. I wrote some notes on Raw as it was happening, and it was really hard to do because I had to watch it and write down at the same time. But right. So this Monday's Raw was live from Nashville, and I don't know. I'm not sure about the crowd. How did you feel about the crowd? What was it?
Hit and miss the crowd,
Mm.
isn't it? Like each week. One week
Yeah.
be live, and then the next week the
Mm.
just sat there boring.
Yeah. I think it really. I guess it really just depends on where they are. Because I mean, I know that Chicago and New York, etc. They're really
Live.
they're really hot places for wrestling. The smart marks, as WWE would call them. Because just anything you give them, like, I don't know. It depends on whether it's good or bad. Yeah. But anyway, it Raw started off with a video package about Kurt's secret storyline. Uh, and what do you think about the whole reveal?
Truthfully,
Hmm.
disappointed.
Yeah, I know. I really. I mean,
I
they.
also thought it was leading up to a match at SummerSlam with Triple H. I thought he was having an affair with Stephanie, my man.
That actually would have made sense as well. Because I mean, because back in 2000, I think it was. I think when Kurt was champion, when he was there was this whole thing where something like a tension between Triple H and Kurt because it was like somewhat of a it was like a love triangle they had going on.
Or was I can't remember.
But but I just thought, yeah, if it was like that, then it would have made sense because it would tie in with that. But I don't know.
Try and get a match out of Kurt Angle somehow, so I thought this would have been it. The
Mm,
way.
mm, yeah, exactly.
And we've not seen Triple H or
Mm.
Stephanie since WrestleMania.
Which is kind of a good thing, I guess, because but I don't know if it was leading up to a match, it would have been okay. But yeah,
Need
I
that match soon.
definitely. And if he can go, then like why not? That's a money making match right there. Because who?
You'll
Because it.
sell.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because any wrestling fan, and especially any WWE fan, who isn't gonna want to see Kurt Angle? Like,
Even
come on.
or like people who used to watch wrestling back when Kurt Angle was there,
Yeah, exactly.
but might tune in like they did with Goldberg.
Yeah, exactly. And even his TNA run, I guess. Like people that
With
like that
Vince
watched it.
McMahon.
Mm, exactly. But But yep, they went with this rather interesting yet strange storyline. That
What do you make of it?
I just I just really do not like that they basically they didn't give American Alpha a chance. It was just literally they were only there for like a month, then they left, and now they split them up already. And it's like,
What is a bit strange?
huh?
What is strange?
Just
Why break them up so early?
I know exactly. It's like that with Enzo and Cass. Because I mean, I said on Facebook to a bunch of people. I said like, if we're gonna split them up as soon as they hit the main roster, then should we even have a tag team division? Because I mean, I know the hype pros are likely to friggin' split up. Because I mean, come on, the seeds are planted,
Not
and,
in-
and just
So there's only about 4 tag teams now left on SmackDown.
I know exactly. And is that including the Colognes or? Because I mean,
About including them.
because they've gone, which that was rather quiet. So I mean,
I didn't know that.
I heard rumblings about it, but because I mean, supposedly they asked for their release, which that just shows the amount of faith that people have in WWE. Because I mean, they obviously knew that they weren't going to get anything, but oh, right. So yeah, after the video package, Dean Ambrose comes out with a chair, the one from last week apparently that's dented, and I think he called it Denty Dan or something. I can't remember the name he gave it, but he cuts a promo on the Miz, and his entourage challenges Miz to come out and finish what they started. Instead, Seth Rollins comes out to tell Dean he can't fight without him or whatever. Which Dean refuses and questions Seth on his brotherhood, bringing up the Shield. Which, if you bring up the Shield,
Makes sense.
that's guaranteed to get a friggin' cheer from the crowd. Because yeah,
That's how the crowd were chanting Roman when the Miz and them were beating down Ambrose and Rollins.
I actually didn't notice the Roman chants. I must have been
Do it.
like,
Too busy writing down.
I guess yeah, that's what I mean.
The crowd was there chanting Roman because I thought, now be the right time to bring Roman out. Like, if Roman Reigns' music hits now while they're chanting for Roman, the roof just going to get blown off the place in chairs.
I
Would have been a good way to get Roman over.
guess, but I still feel like they would have booed him right out of the building, because I feel like maybe I think it's because people are tired of the whole Miz Dean Ambrose storyline, that maybe they were just thinking Roman or nothing, in a way. Like, what's better than nobody coming out? Roman, but I don't know. Really,
I
The-
can tell.
the time to change him would have been when he attempted to murder Braun Strowman, as people have called it. But oh fuck, like,
Time to change him.
I know.
You've had the chance.
I know, there's just Vince and his stubborn ways. Like, seems like you can't really win with him. Just his way or the highway. But
Out of touch.
I know, and that as well. Like, I don't know. But anyway,
Ambrose and Miz's storyline soon.
I know that.
It's going on since the brand split, hasn't it? Well, ridiculous feud.
So I mean, I think it was probably since.
That was SmackDown.
Was it like after WrestleMania started? I can't remember now.
Before that, wasn't it?
That just shows how. That just shows how good it was. That just shows how good it was. We can't even fucking remember. Because surely if it was good, we'd be going, yes, it happened right here. But no. But anyway, Seth apologizes for his betrayal and reminds Dean about the good times that they had teaming together as a Shield, and to prove his loyalty and that he's changed since the betrayal, Seth offers Dean to hit him in the back, which Dean stands there for a few seconds but refuses, and then Miz's music hits, and comes out with his entourage. And Miz cuts a promo on Dean while Bo and Axel surround the ring. When Garrett grab chairs from under the ring, they run into the ring and attacks Dean and Seth. They beat them up, and Miz hits the skull-crushing finale to surf on a steel chair. And as they're leaving, Miz attacks Dean. I really don't know with this storyline.
Well,
It's just,
you know it's leading up to a Shield reunion.
it likely is, yeah. But what about Roman? Or is it just going to be a Shield duo?
They'll bring Roman Reigns in because that's what they're planning.
Mm.
Once this storyline's done with Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman,
Mm.
Roman Reigns will be taken back up with Seth and Rollins. I mean, Seth and Ambrose.
Yeah. Just honestly, man, like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with Dean. Like, he is being wasted over there. Just
Dean Ambrose has the potential to be somewhat of a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
yeah, either that or like a, or I get, yeah, exactly, that loose cannon gimmick. But since the, I mean, people are saying it's since the Stone Cold podcast that he's really gone off the rails. But I kind of feel like it's because of his marriage to Renee. Because since all of that, like, he's kind of, because I mean, look what they're doing with Rusev.
But his gimmick's been dead for years.
Mm. He needed.
He's not billed as a lunatic, is he?
I know Nikki Cross in NXT. She's more of a fucking lunatic than Dean Ambrose is. Really, she's what Dean Ambrose should be, but isn't. But
All PG now, though, isn't it? So they can't have him coming out with like axles and shit.
I know they can't really. There's a line. There's a line of.
One cross.
I know, an invisible line that only Vince can see, and he only lets it get broken for certain people. John Cena.
They need to take Dean Ambrose off TV and just tweak his gimmick a little bit.
Yeah, I think he needs to turn heel. He should turn heel. I mean Roman would be great as a heel, but I feel like Dean is the one that, I don't know, it just seems like he would fit as a heel. I don't know how they do it though. I don't know. It's up in the air.
I'm feud with Seth Rollins is face and Ambrose is heel.
Mm. And yeah, what is up with Rollins anyway? I don't even understand what his gimmick is.
And Rollins, I don't even know how he's a part of that storyline.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, yeah, he's a face and everything, but I can't tell what he's supposed to be. Who is Seth Rollins? I mean, just who is he? Is he like I can't, I don't know.
He's a man.
He's just a person right now. So I mean, Dean Ambrose, yes, he's a bit stale, but at least he has a defined fucking gimmick right now. Though it's a bad one, like, he still has it regardless. He's the lunatic fringe, but lunatic cringe, as I've heard some people call him. I know, exactly. After the break, Miz and his entourage are interviewed by Charlie Caruso, but Miz tells her that there's nothing to talk about, so they leave. And then next we get Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Sorry, Bayley's.
You know what? I'm not even bothered about the women's division now.
Are you not?
That's just so stale.
Yeah.
Need to change it up.
I mean, especially in SmackDown, they're not really doing that great. Alexa Bliss is.
She needs to get turned heel.
Yeah, I know. The get.
Like she was in NXT.
I know. The boss character that screams heel to me. If you, I mean, it seemed like the only person who was able to, like, you know, alternate between heel and babyface, even though he was portraying a, like, arrogant character, was the Rock. But that's because Dwayne Johnson was talented enough to do that. Because I mean, his catchphrase and everything, he just got over with the crowd immediately.
Took him a few years to get over though.
But it was a good couple of years, except from the beginning of it, I guess, when he was the blue chipper, or whatever. Wherever.
Getting over when he was in the domination, wasn't he?
I know. So again, turning heel can work wonders. He turned heel, and he was interesting all of a sudden. And he joined, the Nation of Domination. Then that's when he became The Rock. So because
Some people just have it.
I know exactly. That's what I mean. Like he just had it. He was just able to translate between heel and babyface, and like it wouldn't even matter because he was just that good. But
What do you think of the women's division on Raw?
I don't know. I like Alexa Bliss. 'Cause I mean she's a good heel, I guess. But yeah, it's just I don't know.
I think you're going to have Bailey win the championship and have Sasha turn on it.
That's what I thought was going to happen, like after WrestleMania or something. I was hoping that there would be a moment where, say, like Bailey wins the belt, and then Sasha comes out to congratulate her, and then that's when she hits. That's when she turns. That's when she turns and goes like, like I'm the boss or whatever or something like that, and says I deserve this title. I don't know, but they haven't done that yet, and they're chipping away at Bailey a little bit. Like
just. Nia Jax in all of this.
I mean,
that championship match yet.
I can't think of anything. I mean, I know that the Snapchats and the photos she's been putting out have been pretty nice, but yeah, it's just in character wise, I think they're trying to make her into Awesome Kong, but it's just not working. She could do it, like she's able to move and everything, and she's got the she has the look, but they're not really, they just don't know what to do with the women and everything.
They've never known what to do with them, really, have they?
I know, except unless the women are eye candy, they don't know what to do with them.
Exactly.
Basically, because they fucking knew how to do it during the Attitude Era, sorry. But
I thought you were going to have Nia Jax as the Braun Strowman of the women's division.
yeah, that too as well. That's what I know. That's what I was hoping. But
They dropped the ball.
they were doing squash matches with her. I swear they were. I remember. But maybe Vince didn't like it. I don't know, because Braun's worked tremendously. I love me some Braun Strowman. I just think he's awesome. He's just so good. I want to get that shirt sooner or later. The one that says "The Monster Among Us" or whatever. I really want that shirt.
They must have a big plan for him if they've got merchandise out.
Is it just me, or does he look like if they did a new Street Fighter movie, he'd be perfect to play Zangief? The Russian guy.
Probably would play him.
So I think it's the hair. I just look at the hair and the beard, and I just think he's Zangief. But and plus he's a wrestler, win-win. Fuck's sake. Alright. Bailey's music hits and she gives her t-shirt to a crying Bailey fan at ringside, which, I don't know, reminded me of Bret Hart with the glasses and everything, so maybe that's going to be her new thing, I don't know. Alexa Bliss comes out wearing a new leather jacket, apparently. During their fight, Nia Jax's music hits and stands by at ringside. Sasha interferes and takes out Nia. Bailey hits her finisher and gets another win over Alexa, so twice in a row. Bailey and Sasha celebrate as Nia and Alexa walk away in defeat. So I think
Bailey next week for the number one contender. Who's going to win?
Yeah, definitely. I honestly think they're gonna do it with I feel like they're gonna do it with Sasha. I feel like,
might be Bailey.
Or it could be Bailey. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Well, I mean, it's a joint pay-per-view, so both Raw and SmackDown.
Was the next one?
I think after Battleground, yeah, I think. I don't, I
I
don't,
think
I don't know.
the
There's so
perfect
many
time,
fucking pay-per-views. Sorry.
the perfect time to turn Sasha heel would be after SummerSlam. Have Bailey win, celebrate. Sasha comes down and do a steel chair or something.
Mm. Or like, what's it? Do the back, get the band statement on her, and like, yeah, just totally mess
Well,
up, just totally fuck up Bailey, and then just there's your feud. And honestly, when Bailey came up to the main roster, I honestly felt like she would have been, if they had done it correctly, she would have been the female John Cena,
I thought that actually.
because she was so good in NXT. She was almost,
She
I,
was
f-
over.
I think like she was over, but like I was gonna say, like she was pretty much the franchise of NXT at that point.
I think she was.
Like
She
just
wasn't.
she was the go-to character, the go-to star. Basically, you had like everyone cheering for her. You had everyone with the friggin' shirts and everything. Oh,
It's like everybody who comes up from NXT gets squashed on the main roster.
and so WCW all over again.
Exactly.
But I think part of the problem with when they come up to the main roster is only a fraction of the audience knows who these people are. Only a fraction of them actually watch NXT. So if they'd done a vignette or some shit like that, or something like a little video package explaining, saying coming soon, Nia Jax, like they did in NXT. It worked in NXT, and it worked all the years before. But just fucking laziness, I think, on WWE, or they're just naive.
Naive.
Could be either or. I just. Yeah, I'm there. I really can't.
Oh, stressful being a wrestling fan sometimes.
I know exactly. Unless you're watching something, actually good. Like I don't know. I hear New Japan's good. Or Lucha
I've only seen a few episodes.
or Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground's pretty badass, but depends on like if you. I don't know. Do you watch Lucha Underground?
Not really.
Because I mean, it might be. I don't know. You probably don't know how to watch it, do you? Or I don't know.
Hey?
You probably don't know how to watch it, do you?
No.
Because I mean,
I could watch it if I wanted to. Yeah, I know where to watch it.
So I mean, I'll admit I use streaming sites, but that's like how else am I gonna fucking watch it?
I've got one of them white boxes.
So that's how I catch up with it. But I don't know, man. I mean, and TNA ain't that much fucking better. I tried watching TNA the other day and just ugh. Impact or Global Force, or just as I call them, insert your name here, wrestling, or who gives a fuck wrestling. I don't know. Well, actually, that's WWE. Never mind. Right. So Corey Graves gets another text and walks away from the announcer's desk. So we're going. So yeah, this was before the reveal, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright. So Michael Cole talks about John Cena attending the ESPYs apparently. Ronda Rousey announces Stephanie McMahon she gives her the Sports Humanitarian Award or some, I don't know, some fucking PR crap that nobody gives a shit about. That's basically what it was, just PR segment. Alright, after that we get a video package about Roman Reigns talking about how this is his yard now, which, no it ain't. fuck no it ain't. Oh, and there are people on Facebook that say like, oh, it's his yard now, and I just think, nah, it'll always be Undertaker's yard. Let's not kid ourselves, alright? And then that's not me being biased because I love Undertaker. He's my favourite, so I'm not being biased, but let's call a spade a spade. It's his yard. So.
Rock's yard if he's got the championship. It's Rock's yard. He's got the championship.
Yeah, you could look at it like that, but he's never there.
There, like.
When he is there, I guess, but I'd rather him. I wouldn't mind seeing him on TV. I just rather not have the belt on him, because I mean that was a debate I had on Facebook with someone. I said like, I said if you want to look at the tiny little positives of Jinder Mahal's reign of being champion, I said that though it's tiny, it is still a positive. They're like, you know,
He's there every week.
yeah, exactly. He's actually there, like, you know, like somewhat dominating. I mean, I know it's not a believable domination, but he's there every week, and that counts as something. And just, I don't know, one guy was debating me saying like, but Brock Lesnar, he's a former UFC champion. And I said that I don't give a shit if he's a former UFC champion. This is WWE.
Probably been steroided up.
Yeah, and that, like, roided up to the fucking eyeballs. Because he got busted twice, wasn't it? I think last year with his match with Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt. He's got a very unfortunate name, unfortunately. But like, wasn't it, I think he failed twice or something, and then that's when he got suspended for the steroids or whatever. But that was last year.
What else happened on Raw? Can you think what's interesting?
Yeah, I got all the notes here, but I'm not sure if all of it's interesting. It's just me doing.
Pick out the interesting part.
I guess so. Well, I mean, alright, so Kurt Angle expresses hesitation to Corey in the back about his secret being revealed to the WWE Universe. So Corey says he has nothing to be ashamed about, blah blah blah. Kurt tells Corey he's a good friend to him. Yeah.
Exactly where does Corey fit into all of this?
I don't know, because he was getting texts, apparently, that were directed to Kurt or some shit. I don't know.
Is he involved in the big Cass and Enzo split?
I know as well. I mean, he was involved in that because he had the security footage, apparently. which that segment, I don't know. Yeah, the promo was good, but I just think he should have just booted him in the head and then like left, and then we come back a week later and he explains his actions.
Yeah.
I just think that whole segment dragged out. Because I just thought, like, in my head, I just thought, we know what's coming, just kick him in the fucking head already. I don't need an explanation right now, just do it next week. Do it. Because, I mean, they didn't do that with Roman Reigns when he said, it's my yard now. Well, they left it after he beat Undertaker. He didn't go in the ring and go, this my yard now. Although that would have pissed off the crowd even more if he did that. Imagine that. Just shout. It'll be WrestleMania 32 all over again. Booze galore. When Roman raises his arm up. Did you hear the original audio for that match, by the way, at WrestleMania 32, the one where Roman gets the belt from Triple H?
No.
They fucked with the audio in that one. I heard the entire audio. It was the boos were bad. Yes, it was pretty bad. The boos, they clearly had like turned down the boos, and just fuck. See what I mean? Like, I mean, some people. I guess I can admit some people probably hate Roman Reigns because it's it's the hip thing to do, but I mean I'm not a fan of Roman Reigns because I just find him boring.
And he beat the Undertaker.
Oh, and that too, yeah. That's like, yeah. Why? It was somewhat acceptable when Brock did it, but not Roman. Fuck.
You know what it is? I'm going to get some hate here. But Roman Reigns, he can wrestle, I think. Just that he's being pushed down our throats too much. Like, they do it now.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah. I can admit he had a good match with Samoa Joe on Raw. On Raw. That was actually pretty good. I'll admit that.
I think that. You know what? I think I was more interested in the main event than I was the whole show.
Yeah, 'cause what is? Oh yeah, was that the main event? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so. When Braun Strowman came out,
oh yeah, then he beat the shit out of Roman again and said, "I'm not finished with you."
That SummerSlam, I think it's going to be a bit of four-way for the championship.
I'm hoping, but I want anyone but Brock. Yeah, so last year it was anyone but Roman. This year it's anyone but Brock. I don't want Brock to win that thing. Get that thing off of him, please. We need someone who's actually going to be there every week. Because like,
Braun Strowman is hot right now.
So it's just like when I said about the the debate I had on Facebook with this guy on there. He said like, Brock's more legitimate as champion, which yes, that's a credible point, but where is he? That's my point.
On his farm.
Banging Sable apparently. Well, I mean, it's his wife, so why wouldn't he? But but yeah, that's that's why I want the belt off of Brock. He's practically never there. The belt is a joke because of him, in my opinion. I'd rather
Before Brock got it.
Yeah, true. So, I mean the design of everything, but I think I don't know. I'm kind of over the design a little bit. But it's still I still don't like the idea that it's like carbon copy of the original, like the WWE title.
Yeah.
It just seems like they've like I know the UK Championships design is the best one that they've had since like years, and that's not even the main championship. Like that one's the best looking one out of but I'd say basically out of all of the belts they have right now, I guess.
I think by the end of the year or before WrestleMania, that the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship is going to look exactly the same as the WWE Championship.
If that happens, then fuck. No.
I've got a feeling it's going to happen.
Oh, don't jinx it, man.
Back on this podcast about in a year's time and all the championships be like what I've just said.
Yeah, man. Anybody listening to this, if they turn around and the US title looks the same as the Intercontinental title or vice versa, then point to Momo. There. Oh, there you go. Quick plug. And you can send your hate mail to @Kayfabe Matters on Twitter.
Leave my Twitter alone.
Oh. Fuck's sake. Alright. So
You want to swiftly move to SmackDown Live?
Can do that actually.
Do our predictions for Battleground?
Yep, definitely. Because you said you only got an hour, don't you? Is it or?
Yeah, something like that, an hour and a half.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, hang on. Let me just get my damn notes. Fuck. Alright.
I can't remember what happened on SmackDown Live. I can remember the Randy segment.
I know, if it weren't for the friggin' notes I got here, I would not know what happened either. I mean, I remember the Punjabi prison segment. I remember that quite vividly. What's it? It's the what's it?
It kicked off. I'm sure it kicked off John Cena, and Rusev put the accolade on him.
Did it? Or I swear it was. Oh, maybe then. Hang on, SmackDown. Alright, here we go. It was live from Birmingham, Alabama, which I didn't know they had a Birmingham over there, but right, never mind. Starts with a video package hyping up the Punjabi prison match at Battleground. Blah 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 blah. Then in the arena we get the Singh brothers introducing Jinder Mahal to the arena, where the Punjabi prison has been lowered over the ring. Jinder then cuts a promo talking about the match and that the crowd chants and the crowd chants USA. It's the usual stuff. Jinder demands silence and has the Singh brothers explain the rules to the match, which I think it was something like I think like all the doors are closed or something when you're in there, and I think like you can get the doors open, but they're only open for like 60 seconds. Then if you don't crawl out of them in time, then they shut, and then you have to do it like a traditional cage match basically. So it is kind of like a double cage. It's a double cage, but it's made out of bamboo or whatever that stuff is. Which I mean, in all honesty, I am looking forward to this match because I've never seen one before. So.
I haven't. I still need to check on YouTube for watch one.
It should be on the network somewhere. I mean, do you have the network or?
I do, yeah. But never works.
Does it not?
Oh, like buffers and that for me.
Oh.
takes forever to load up. And
Must be a Wi-Fi connection or something, man. But I think they were saying like it's been 10 years since they've had one or something like that. I think the last one might have been Batista and Great Khali, but I don't know because I wasn't watching WWE at that point. I was watching
I was rarely watching it.
I was watching old video tapes of wrestling and stuff, and watching casually watching TNA because they were kind of going a bit downhill at that point as well. Anyway, I think it's in 2009 or I can't remember now. But but anyway, hang on. Rules of the match. As they do this, the crowd chants what, and then they chant for Randy Orton. He speaks about how two men will walk in and only one will walk out, and then speaks Punjabi. Blah, blah. Then this prompts Randy's music to hit, which gets a pop from the crowd, probably because they were bored fucking stiff. I don't know. Orton cuts a promo on Jinder, saying Jinder's very brave for wanting to be locked inside there with him when it was the Singh brothers who helped him win the belt, which can't go wrong with that. It actually, they really were the reason. Because one of the distraction, and then he did his I like to call it the $1 million what's a $1 million dream rock bottom thingy. Cause that's what it is. It's kind of like a $1 million dream, then he slams him down. Like in a rock bottom sort of way. But
I think he needs a new finisher.
I know, but maybe they.
Like that at all.
It looks way too simple, and it doesn't really.
Too weak for him.
I know exactly. I know it should be a power bomb or something. But then again, everyone's got a power bomb. It's like the spear. I hate the spear now because everyone uses it. Roman especially. I hate it when he does a spear. And I hate it when he does the Superman punch because that's such a goofy name. Superman punch. Just fuck off. I don't know. Oh, right. Randy starts climbing the prison while talking, eventually reaching the top. Blah blah blah. The crowd chants RKO, and then he basically says he's going to win the WWE Championship this Sunday at Battleground. Then cut to commercial. Yeah, as long as they're doing the Indian tour, you ain't get that belt, Randy. it's marketing, which it's possible. I'm hoping they take it off of him because yes, it's a different experiment, but it's not working. There are people out there that genuinely like Jinder Mahal, but if he had a better build, I would like him. But unfortunately, no. He only had 3 weeks. And I reckon he is. Come on.
I think in a few weeks he's going to get suspended. As soon as he drops the title, he's going to get suspended.
Possibly. Either that or the Singh brothers will do the piss test for him. And then that's how he gets away with it. I don't know. Oh, fuck. But yeah, he's got to be roided up in some way. Because, come on. It's not even... I don't know, it's not even a good look. The whole veiny look, it just looks gross, man. Ugh. So I think even... Didn't Batista have that? Or something like that. I think Alberto Del Rio, had it slightly when he came back. But yeah, just... Ugh. And Steiner, fuck me. He really did. He really did. And yeah, he denies it constantly. But he says a lot of shit, so... That should tell you everything. Alright, we come back to the arena where the Usos' music is playing, setting up a match between Jimmy Uso and Kofi Kingston. We get a recap. Huh?
On the video packages of that rap battle,
yeah.
Howdy never swore. Uso saying about keeping it PG.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that. Actually, we get a recap from the rap battle, which I really. I know that. I know that was really good. I loved that whole segment. I really loved because New Day was goofy, and then Usos was just like they were like below the belt with that one especially. Yeah. I can't remember the line now, but it just ended with but don't forget you'd be nothing without your wife putting you on Total Divas. And then everyone's like, oh, it was like 8 Mile. But then they cut out the part saying like, don't be rated R like your boy Xavier Woods. But the thing is, how many people in that audience actually understood the joke?
Probably not many. Half of them would have been kids.
It's just like, honestly, WWE want to just constantly overly sensitive. Like, my gosh, like, jeez.
Not like back in the day with VX. VX used to do worse things.
I know. Yeah, I know exactly. They used to talk about their jumbo weenies, wherever that was. Excuse me. used to sim. But what? Sorry.
What are you making off the Usos and New Day feud? I wish it would end already.
I'm hoping that New Day doesn't get the belts on Battleground, because I just think they don't need the belts to be good. I mean, I enjoy New Day. I mean, yes, they're goofy, but not everything in wrestling has to be serious. But I mean, yes, they are stale, but I don't know, they're okay. But I just don't want them as champions. But if they do put the belts on them, it's likely just so WWE can go, the first tag team to win both the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships, like it was with Alexa Bliss.
No, I did with that feud. Fighting each other week in, week out.
I think it's like, I mean,
pay-per-view, we've already seen them fight, so pay-per-view's gone
I know, but that's what it is with WWE. It's the same shit over and over again.
You can still build the feud up without having them fighting every week.
Like, just have it be like, just like they don't have to have matches. Just have it be that like each team has their own separate matches, and then every now and then, like, say Uso interferes in New Days, things like that, and then little segments in the back where they get attacked. Just things like that.
They've only got 4 tag teams on the roster now.
I know, exactly, because they've like sacrificed American Alpha, which I actually enjoyed. I liked American Alpha. I mean, they probably, because they weren't incredibly over, that's probably why they split them up. But I just think they were only on there for like 2 weeks or something like that. I mean, Enzo and Cass had a longer fucking run.
I read the other day that they're putting a new tag team together for SmackDown Live.
As it said, who they are.
No, I can't find. I'm looking now. I can't find the headline we're saying.
I mean, it could be maybe they could try and
They're putting Rowan and Harper back together.
Oh yeah, I think that might have been it. I think I read that actually. I didn't read the actual article. I saw the title of it. I think I saw that as well actually. Yeah. So, Luke Harper's push is pretty much done then, I guess.
We've been on TV for a bit now.
I know. I mean, I enjoyed. I liked the whole. What's it? Did you see the interview on Talking with Eric Rowan when he came by with a really creepy mask?
Yeah, I did.
I thought that was actually pretty good. Yeah. I don't know what they were doing with that, but it worked. It worked on me. I thought.
It looked like the mask was controlling him.
Like, I know exactly. He could have. But I don't know. It's just same old song and dance with WWE. It seems just it's when they've got to realise it, and then Vince pulls the plug without even giving a friggin' chance. Alright, hang on.
I was going to mention about Monday Night Raw, so I'll go back to it because we're on tag teams now anyway. But
Please, Hardy Boys.
Right, do you think they're going to get the booking gimmick?
I've read rumblings about that. I have heard about that, but I mean, the closest they've gotten so far is the promo from last week when they were saying, like Yeah, and
broken.
yeah, I would like to see it happen, but just 'cause I think Jeff,
The
Je-
creative Mac actually gets.
mm, I know. Thing is though, they don't. WWE doesn't know we're good. That's the thing. That's the main problem that WWE has. They just, if it's something they didn't create, then they won't know what to do with it at all. Because I mean, we tried what they were trying to do with ECW. It worked at first a little bit, but then it just fizzled. So I mean, the only thing really good from it when it had anything like promoting with WWE was when I mean, if you want to go really far back, when like ECW was invading back in '97. I mean, that was pretty cool. But then besides that, there was I mean the One Night Stand pay per view in 2005, which feel like a WWE produced event, which that was pretty sweet. And and then I think the last thing I remember that was actually good from ECW was when when they did the following year, One Night Stand 2006.
That
Because
when Cena got booed out.
yeah, when Cena was getting basically chewed out by the fucking crowd. Just like saying you can't wrestle, and then when he started wrestling, they were going, "You still suck," which I just think, yes, that's hilarious. Oh, that's so good when they do that. So annoying. Some of them are actually pretty funny. But yeah, right. Yeah, right, so we got a recap from the rap battle, and then these music hits. A New Day comes out. They pour, sorry, they pour Bootios on old member, which was weird. And then they get in the ring. Jimmy and Kofi lock up, with Jimmy ending up in the corner. Kofi delivers some kicks, which is accompanied by the sounds of Francesca the trombone in tune with Kofi's kicks, which I thought were funny. So, cause like every time he kicked, they would go when they're going down, almost like kind of like the kid-friendly version of Austin stomping a mud hole. So yeah. Then we go to the dual screen of ads, which and then continue cover SmackDown Live. Blah 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 blah. Let's just skip to the end. Alright. They exchange moves, and Kofi knocks Jimmy off the corner. Jay interferes and causes a distraction. Kofi goes for a high cross body, but Jimmy rolls him up and gets the win. So, I guess a so-and-so match, just leading up to Battleground. I don't know.
What we haven't seen before.
I guess so. I just really hope they don't give the belts to New Day, because they don't need it. Usos are actually... I actually do enjoy the Usos. They're actually good with the belts right now.
I like Usos at the minute.
But yeah, throw Breezango in there. Like, they should go... I mean... I just love the Breezango skits. Like, especially this week's, it was pretty cool. Pretty good.
Well, it's all going to come out at Battleground. The case is all going to come out at Battleground.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, the conclusion. Oh. Oh, right, hang on. Right, here we go. We go to the back where Shane is speaking with the God, I can't speak today. What the fuck? With the
women's division.
Oh, they're fucking my head up. I guess. Oh. The participants of the Fatal 5-Way for that night, wasn't it? Yeah. Tonight, right to face Naomi for the Women's Championship. Nelly suggests a match between Becky and Charlotte, which Shane agrees to. Yeah. Oh no, isn't it? It's the Fatal 5-Way at Battleground, isn't it? Actually.
Yeah.
I got that wrong. My bad. Right, this one was the match between Natty and Charlotte. Okay, there we go. Then they promote the theme for Battleground. Then we get about Kurt's secret, which is Jason Jordan being revealed as his illegitimate son. Yeah. And then we go to Renee, who's sitting down with Chad Gable, asking him about his former tag team partner being Kurt's son. He said Jason was being distant lately, apparently. which we didn't get any. Why couldn't we? I know exactly. That's what I was just thinking. Like I just thought, why couldn't we have had skits like parts in the back? Why couldn't we have had scenes like that going on?
That might make sense.
Even if it, I mean, you could say, oh, they only have like a certain amount of time on like WWE TV, but well,
Even if you had like
well
10 seconds in the back with Jordan just walking around clueless.
I know exactly. Chad saying like hey, let's go out for lunch or something like that, and then like Jordan goes like, oh no man, I gotta take care of something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like, oh, I'm not feeling too good, man. You go ahead without me, and that's that kind of thing. Or just
We had nothing.
like, yeah, it's just, or even, oh, they have YouTube now. They have YouTube videos.
Facebook page, what they could put exclusives up.
I know. Exactly what I mean. Like they
like Brock Lesnar and that.
I know exactly. It's just, I mean, I didn't think about this at the time, but like I just read it out loud. I just thought, just got that in my head now. I just thought, why the fuck didn't they do scenes with distant? Like what the fuck?
It would make more sense than Jason Jordan is my long lost son.
And then he just explains, saying, "Oh, he's been distant lately." Like, by like how? We didn't get any. We didn't.
Oh. Like he's going to say Jacqueline or someone's his mum.
I heard people say, "Oh, it's gonna be like Alicia Fox is gonna be his mother." I know that's what I mean. I thought like, how old is she? Like, what? So Kurt fucked her when she was 4. Then like what? Oh, like what the fuck, man? Oh. Anyway, he says he's going to support him no matter what happens, and says he's looking forward to see what's next for Chad Gable, stating he has some plan. Which, I really wanted Chad Gable to succeed because he was actually really good in those 2 solo matches. Like,
I just think you won't know what to do with him. He's just going to get lost.
I know, especially with. So, I mean, after Battleground, I think he should start with AJ and Kevin Owens. He should go into a program with those 2. He should do something. Like fuck, or test the waters for him, like to see how the crowd would get with him. I'm thinking, has Chad come with Jinder Mahal yet?
No, I don't think so.
I'm thinking like either like maybe Jinder Mahal grabs or something, does like a one. Yeah, exactly. And then Chad Gable comes out and see how the crowd react, and like have it be that Chad Gable almost wins, and see how the crowd reacts.
Yeah.
If they really, then there you go. You've got a star on the rise.
You know what it is? Us fans probably could write a better show than the Vipers.
I know. And I think I've read that Stephanie and Triple H, like they have writers from people that have like writers degrees or something like that from colleges and stuff like that. I don't know. They don't actually. They don't have people that actually were in the business writing it. And I just think or just people that they should have got like writers from the indie. Get writers that actually know what they're doing.
You know what it is? This is sad. This right? You know the wrestling game. You know how they've got that thing called Universe Mode.
Yeah.
And you know, like YouTubers that always make their own YouTube and upload them. From like Universe Mode.
Yeah.
I watched a few of them, and some of them are actually better than the real life. What WWE actually putting out.
Really?
Honestly.
I'll have to check.
One called Delzinski, watch his for a bit, and his is actually good. They bite the show on his head.
I'll have to check that out then. Damn. So was it it's on YouTube? Did you say?
YouTube, yeah.
Ah, all right. Well, I'll have to check that out. Cause I mean. With the WWE games like 2K18 and things like that, just
Don't edit it so like just cut things, edit into it and everything.
I'm not too into the today with WWE. I just maybe this is me just being biased with the old days, but just I don't know. To me, WWF No Mercy was the greatest. It's one of the best.
You know what it is? Do you ever put on SmackDown with your mouth?
Oh yeah. But I did. I had that growing up. And here
I
comes
think that was the best one.
Here Comes the Pain as well. That was a really good one. I've heard people say SmackDown vs Raw 2006 or I can't remember. Like it's hard to pinpoint which one came out. They changed their name. Like how many times? But I can't get into the newer games. I tried, but I just really don't like. I don't like the controls. It seems a bit too realistic. I liked it, like sort of like yeah, exactly. 'Cause that's how the games back then were. Like just they should be soft to pick up and play. Someone who hasn't played them at all should be able to pick them up and play. You shouldn't have to go through the manual and say, oh, how. And I know exactly. I was just about to say, and we don't even get the fucking manual, so we're left in the dark. we're fucked already. Oh, but I don't know. It was. I don't mind the whole like what's it the whole career mode in 2K17 is it? Yeah, I didn't mind that 'cause, I mean it was showing you like how to cut promo and stuff like that, and you could build up your character based on that.
Did you
So
ever finish that?
finished it no.
Uh,
Just I don't know, just stuff got in the way, like other things like I don't know what's it I was playing Doom on PS4 a lot. That's a pretty good game. The Walking Dead Telltale game series, that's really good.
oh yeah, I played the first series of that when I had an Xbox.
You should really check out the later seasons, man. It's really good. You should carry on with that. It's awesome. Oh.
Get backtrack on the wrestling.
Yep, of course.
Rambling on too much.
I know. Well, it's good to ramble at times, but you know. But yeah, this is a wrestling podcast, so yeah. All right. Right, we go to the ring for a match involving Mike Bennett or Canellis, doesn't matter which, and Mike is wearing a shirt with Maria's face on it, which to me looked Rick Rude like, in a way, the way it was done.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I remember.
the way, cause what's it, he used to have like his own face on his crotch for some reason, on his tights, which her on his jacket that really and the way it was done, I think it was spray painted or something like that. I can't remember. Something. It was just. It looked like it had been painted on. And
Sami Zayn lost that match, didn't he?
Right, hang on. Yeah, Sammy dominates early, and he sends Mike into the outside. So I think didn't he? Did he? I can't remember. I don't think he beat him, did he? No, hang on. Right. Well, fuck me. What's all this? All my notes are fucking muddled up. Mike to the outside. They exchange moves until Maria gets involved, which causes a distraction. Yeah, there we go. And Mike hits his move, which I don't know what it is, and gets the win. I can't remember what his move was, to be honest.
What are they doing with Sami Zayn? It's like they do with every match. He's just there to put people over.
Possibly, but I don't
Lost every match.
I don't know what to think of Sami Zayn, to be honest. I don't know. I'm favourite, but he's not my least favourite either. I don't mind him. He's just there.
What's his gimmick?
I have no idea. Right now, it's you know, he's the clumsy person who interrupts people. Apparently, I guess I don't know. Funny because the last few weeks, wasn't it? He kept on interrupting Mike and Maria. So I really don't know what he's like this. He's like SmackDown's version. He's like SmackDown's version of Seth Rollins. I don't know what the fuck he's supposed.
Like an irritating kid who he didn't like when you were still. I think he did your head in. Like you're kidding me.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we cut to commercial after that. Right, we come back and John Cena's music hits. He runs to the ring, which has flags of America and Bulgaria on the corners opposite each other. He cuts up ring Nakamura, says it's been 10 years since the last Punjabi prison match. Talks about his what the fuck? Oh, yeah. Talks about his flag match. Sorry, it's just the way I wrote it. Right. Oh, that's what happens when you quickly take notes while you're watching something. You get your fucking words mixed up. Talks about his flag match with Rusev, WWE Battleground, and explains the rules. Says people will remember the victory of the American, or the flag of Bulgaria. They'll remember. Says he knows not many like him, but it's certain everyone likes the American flag. As he points at the flag, promises he is ready, and says America will never give up. After everything, including the towers, after everything, including the towers that fell down. Sorry, America. The flag will always fly high. So despite everything that America's endured, basically, the flag will always fly high.
You know what?
Mhm.
This feud, we've already seen the feud with the exact, but this time it's not about the United States Championship.
I know.
Where's the reach now?
I know. It was only I remember this
Even
feud.
Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal, their feud, the West here.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, it is.
it's a I don't know. It's a stuff worked throughout the years in WWE. They always do that type of thing, like the evil foreigner who's coming to beat nothing. We gotta fight him, damn it. That it's it's the whole patriotic thing, and plus we're only a couple of weeks removed from the 4th of July, so go figure. So they're in the patriotic mood, but I don't know. And plus the pay-per-view is called Battleground, so if that doesn't, I don't know. But he grabs the American flag and waves it around as his music plays, but then is attacked by Rusev, which gets boos from the crowd. He then locks in the accolade. Cena lifts up Rusev during the accolade in. He tries to counter it again, but it's no use. Cena passes out, and the crowd boos. Rusev grabs the flag and holds out pie as Cena lays lifeless. Come on.
Let's just see as John Cena's winning at Battleground.
Yeah, he's going to get his heat back. He's going to get it back.
And if you're going for that 17th time world championship,
I know. It's clear that they're gearing up for Jinder Mahal versus Cena. So they're definitely going to do it down the road. That's going to be how he gets to the 17th. A good moment, because they'll be like, "Oh, America conquers the world. Super Cena, let's all praise."
Cena sucks the next night.
Yeah, I know exactly. They'll be like, hang on,
Everybody be twisted on Twitter as soon as the pay-per-view is finished.
I know. Hang on, we hate this guy. Boo. Just like whenever Roman does a shield move with Seth and they boo at first, they cheer immediately, and then when it's over, they go, "Oh, what guy, boo, you suck."
Never work wrestling fans out.
I know. What the fuck. Alright. We come back to AJ and Nakamura in the back discussing Japan, the match tonight, and Shinsuke stares at AJ's US title and says, "You called, I answer." Which I thought that was pretty cool, how he did that. Although awkward because it was broken, but he is trying.
He is
And I like him, so he's cool. But he definitely either get a mouthpiece to talk for him, or he needs to work.
Paul Heyman.
Because would he work with Paul Heyman? I don't even know. It just seems like Paul Heyman is just I don't know. Nowadays, I just think if I think Paul Heyman, I think ECW or Brock, yeah. So that is a tricky one. Or does Nakamura even need to speak at all? He could just be the silent ass kicker or whatever. The silent guy who just beats everyone up. I don't know. So I mean, Braun Strowman was like that at first. He was just like the silent.
Didn't talk.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Then eventually they got him to talk, and then he was like, "I hate." I don't know. Oh, fuck.
Rusev, he had line in his mouth.
Mm.
And he couldn't speak English.
And now they've totally ruined that. and I don't know if they'd be able to go back to that now competing.
I don't think if they did go back to it, I don't think it would be the same.
No, well, of course it wouldn't. 'Cause I mean, like they're trying to. It's not the same with the Shield. So, and that was their biggest stable at that point. From what I've heard, anyway, I didn't live the Shield because I mean I didn't get back into WWE until around 2015 because that was when I got the network, which was mainly because you're able to watch all the old stuff on it. That was the selling point. then
You wouldn't have bought it.
I know exactly. It would have been that, in all honesty. And then just out of curiosity, I got it, and I was like, oh, you can watch the old stuff, hey. Then just saw like I was watching Main Event and Superstars, and then I got into it slightly, but I don't know. But anyway, we go to the ring for Becky Lynch versus Charlotte with Natty Neidhart on commentary. Alright. Right, next page. They lock up and get into headlocks, evenly matched pretty much. Becky holds her hand out in sportsmanship and Charlotte runs to the ropes, does some backflips. Becky attempts to disarm her, but Charlotte quickly escapes under the ropes. During the ads, Charlotte locks Becky in a headlock, camel clutch thing, I don't know what to call it. Then works on Becky's neck. Becky gets back into it and gains ground on Charlotte. They give chops to they give chops to Becky, I think. No, hang on. Fuck is up my handwriting? I think they give chops to each other. I think that's what I was supposed to say. Then Becky does a knee drop. Naomi looks on in the back. Charlotte tries the figure eight, but Becky counters and hits the firearm on Charlotte. Charlotte tries the natural selection, but Becky counters with an attempt at a disarm. Charlotte tries a moonsault, but misses, and Becky locks in the disarmer again. Charlotte tries to fight it out, but eventually taps. Charlotte shakes Becky's hand, but they're interrupted by Tamina and Lana. Natty steps in and attacks Charlotte, and Becky gets thrown out. Natty attempts a sharpshooter on Tamina, but Tamina counters. Natty is distracted by Lana saying something in Russian. Or maybe saying something in Russian, I can understand it. And then Natty gets a big boot from Tamina, and then commercial. Yeah.
The women's division on SmackDown.
The stars are there, but they're not really doing anything with them. So I mean, they got Charlotte, they got Becky. Becky should be doing more, I think. I like Becky. Naomi, I'd rather not have her as champion. She's not really working as champion. She's just.
I like to see her champion. Have you?
Hmm.
Just put on it for like 2 weeks or something to see what she can do.
Could do, I guess, and I mean.
She hasn't been given a chance, has she, really?
No. But I don't know. I'm thinking, what if they turned turned Tamina into like a Braun Strowman women's division on SmackDown? Because she's got.
Tamina was AJ Lee's bodyguard for a bit.
Because she's got the size. Like she towers over everyone, it seems. And just she looks like she could pull off the whole like just not giving a shit, just beating up everyone else. Like she could work as a dominant champion, but just they probably just don't see it. And which that was an awkward moment. Remember, I think it was it last week or week before when Lana lost again. It was a squash match, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Tamina comes out and stared at both of them, and like yeah, excuse me, yeah, which I thought that was an awkward moment, because I didn't know what. I just sat there thinking on, like, because I thought, have they forgotten what the next step is, or or I don't.
We just don't know what to do.
I don't know. What the fuck. Right, we come back to Renee in the back with Naomi, her about her thoughts on the number 1 contenders match at Battleground. She's interrupted by Carmella saying, anywhere Naomi goes, Carmella and the back contract goes too. But we didn't see James Ellsworth, which was weird.
You got suspended by Daniel.
Yeah, I'll see what I mean. Like, fuck me. Not enough, I guess. And they don't give me compelling shit to work with. I don't know, but then again, not not to blame WWE. I don't know. That's just how I see it. Or actually, he got suspended so he could make his look. Did you see that on Twitter? And James Ellsworth now has an action figure.
Does he?
Yep.
Completely missed that.
So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's
Being suspended.
yeah, it's posing for that.
Getting scanned with a veteran gear.
Or that too. Yeah, actually. Oh yeah. Right. Now for the good bit. We get a skit from the Fashion Files. Yeah, which is doing a parody of the X Files. Muldango, which made me laugh, and Scully are in their office. Scully saying he or she, whatever, doesn't believe in the paranormal. They're then interrupted by the sounds of ghosts. This turns out to be Aiden English practicing his singing. I just love that moment. Did you see that when he opened the curtain and he was like, "Do you mind?"
Yeah, I did.
I just couldn't. Oh, that was amazing. Alright, a light flashes above, then in a vein, a light flashes above them, in the vein of a UFO. But a delivery man comes in wanting a signature, stating that he turned the light needs a signature for a box he's delivering. Scully signs the box, and then him and Muldango reenact the "What's in the box" scene from Seven. They look in the box, and it's the head of Muldango's beloved horse, with a note that says Battleground. Then it says to be concluded at Battleground. Then commercial. Oh, what do you think of this skit? What do you think of the whole scene?
It brings a bit of comedy to the shows.
And I just they got good chemistry. Was it Tyler Breeze and Fandango?
I want them to put the tag belts on them actually.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. Cause I mean, they did it with Heath Slater and Rhino, and that's pretty good.
Let's just see what they can do. Let them roll with it.
I love Fandango's it's just deadpan voice, his whole deadpan delivery. Like he's just got the regular, what's it called, monotone voice. The whole time he's always whispering like this.
Big Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I heard about that. I actually haven't seen that match. That wasn't his debut match at WrestleMania.
I didn't say the match. I don't know when it happened, but that's what they keep going on about, isn't it?
And then after that, yeah, it's done. Until now, they haven't really done much with him. It's just been basically a job guy, really. Alright, we come back to Drew Gulak promoting his match against Musa Ali at 205 Live, which I know how many people care. So then we go to the main event, which is AJ Styles and Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Baron Corbin. During Nakamura's entrance, Baron Corbin tries to ambush Nakamura from behind with his Money in the Bank briefcase. He and KO join in the fight, but both teams are separated. We come back from ads, and AJ is being dominated by Baron and AJ tags in Nakamura, and he delivers some blows to KO. KO gains control and tags in Baron, who beats down Nakamura. Nakamura and KO give shots to Shinsuke while exchanging tags. Baron locks in a bear hug to Nakamura, but he breaks. Nakamura tries going in for the tag, but is taken down by Baron, and Baron takes out AJ on the apron. Baron 6, but gets a near fall. AJ and KO get hot tags, and AJ delivers some blows to KO. A couple of near falls and gets chokeslammed, or clotheslined, gets clotheslined by KO, gets tagged in, and gets locked into the calf crusher, Baron gets to the bottom rope. AJ tries the phenomenal forearm, but KO interferes. Nakamura goes after KO, but is taken out by him. AJ gets Corbin in position for the Styles Clash, but KO interferes and hits the pump-up powerbomb to seal the win. And that's how the show ends. So, basically just a match to build up the US title match at Battleground, pretty much. Which...
And it's Nakamura and Corbin fighting each other at Battleground.
Mm. Oh yeah, actually, yeah.
Build up the feud basically.
Mm. And nobody came out looking weak or anything, so that was pretty good. Like they were pretty much even matched
They were
in this match. There wasn't really
no burial.
there was no clean win because obviously, like I said at the end, KO came in and yeah, and that was it, and he helped Baron win. But so not really much to that really. In a way, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was pretty good. The ending especially because it seemed
Good spots.
seemed to get a bit chaotic at the end, which was pretty cool. But I don't know, just SmackDown wasn't really that special to be honest. They've
Overall, what
they have they have kind of just I don't know like since the shake up, it's not been good. There hasn't been that much going on that's been good. Like, I mean,
with Raw?
Miz and Ambrose, they should have stayed on SmackDown. I mean, Heath Slater and Rhino could have stayed on SmackDown. They could have had a feud with Breezango on who's more funnier. I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. Besides that, it hasn't really been. It's. I'd say the sorry, you first.
I'll go you first.
Alright. I'm thinking that the Raw last week was slightly better than this one. So I mean, it had that the confrontation between Brock and Samoa Joe, with that Samoa Joe with that line saying, "Don't like," what's he saying? Like, you look at me when I'm talking to you. That line,
Something like that.
that was pretty good. But like, yeah. Besides, I don't know.
Saying that with that segment was the only segment what interested us.
I know, exactly. And Raw had some parts in it. I mean the Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe match was pretty good. That was actually quite a good match, quite a good back and forth. But I don't know. I think the main point obviously was Kurt Angle revealing his son,
That's just
which was
barbaric.
the. But I don't know. Did you get a chance to watch the little interview he and Jordan had on
the network.
Yeah, did you get a chance to check that out?
I did just check it out, yeah.
What did you think?
I wasn't really paying attention to it, I had it on, but
Oh, was it like in the background while you're doing other things
Yeah.
type of deal? Yeah, I've had that before. So, I have that all the time with TNA.
I remember something about Kurt Angle saying that he met somebody, went with her, split up, then he heard 9 months later, like, something.
Yeah.
We just found out.
Which was thing is though, not much backstory on this because I mean, throughout this whole time he's been with the company, where has the storyline been? Because I mean, if it was like he said he found out during college or something that he had a child that was up for adoption, where the fuck was it back then? It just feels like Kurt Angle was just shoehorned into this and like just thrown together and just like, oh, there you go, there's a storyline.
You know what? I think this storyline's I think they're going to drop the ball in this story a week.
I'm pretty sure of it.
Realise nobody's interested in it.
Yeah,
But
which that's
willing to give it a chance to see where it's going first.
yeah, I know exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
too much at the minute.
Yeah, I know exactly. Right. So I mean, when was it like when Jinder Mahal won the world title? At first, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I was just thinking, like, why are they giving it to a jobber? Like, this guy's barely had a build up. But I thought, let's give him a chance, I guess. But
To be fair, he has done okay.
it's been okay.
Not to get there and heated.
But his promos are repetitive. It's the same shit. It's the same shit every week.
My language.
Which I've heard people say that like he should start off the promo speaking in Punjabi.
Then
Like-
he could be saying anything. He could be slagging us all off.
You could be saying "fuck WWE." I don't know. But I don't know. Oh fuck this! It just the whole. I don't know. I want to call it the whole bastard storyline, because that's what it is. Because he didn't do it out in wedlock, did he?
Jordan,
I I know, I heard about that. Yeah, like at ringside. So that kills the fucking gimmick. So like, yeah,
Again, he was adopted, so they brought him up.
true. But yeah, I heard about that, and I was like, why are you bringing your? Why are they there? I mean, I know the storyline's not real, but fuck me, man, suspension of disbelief. Jeez, it's like if you're watching a movie and this type of storyline was going on, and then like someone like it's like someone coming up next. This is not real, right? It's like fuck off. Like I'm getting in the flow of this. What are we doing?
Like people think and say, soap operas aren't real.
Yeah.
When you sat somewhere and you all talked about stuff like community status and that.
Especially with wrestling, people that don't understand it, they just don't, when they go, oh, that stuff's not real, right? And it's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure my tiny little brain couldn't figure that out myself. Thank you. I mean, yes, as a child, I thought, come on, I was a child. I was naive. Now I know, yes, it's a work. It's a work, bro. But yeah, I can only see this. I want to give it a chance, but I mean, because Dan used the rub. So, I mean, like, he's not exactly that good on the mic, not that great at talking, because he knew what to do in that interview.
He didn't.
Because I swear there was a bit where it seemed like he was losing his weapon, and then Kurt Angle stepped in and then saved it in a way. Or maybe I wasn't paying. Maybe I weren't. But I just.
No, honestly, I think they're going to pull the plug on it.
The problem is it's not fair on Jason Jordan if that happens, because now he's gonna have to. But after that it's tainted. After that, because people are just gonna be like, oh, remember when you were revealed to be a son?
I'm not saying I need a Wikipedia page or how people are putting on parents Kurt Angle.
What? What is this?
Right, and now after Raw, people have changed Jason Jordan's Wikipedia page and put under the box, where it's got the box and all, it tells you the hometown and everything.
Oh, some of relatives.
Her relative, parents, daddy, Kurt Angle.
Internet sometimes, jeez. Like what? But I heard that people were actually taking this seriously. Like, people were actually thinking he was really his father. Like, I know, but and again, as a child, I thought that was true as well. But again, I was a child, so come on, like, we're children. When you sorry, no, that's fine.
So overall, what would you rate Raw and SmackDown Live out of 10 this week?
I don't. I'm tempted to give Raw maybe a 3 or 2.5 or something, because I mean, just there wasn't really that much that stood out to me, except from Kurt Angle and Roman Reigns having a good match.
Kurt Angle don't mean Mojo.
Just no, I mean Kurt Angle's the bastard son, that thing, and then Roman Reigns having a good match with Samoa Joe. That was
just for the main event. I'd probably give it a 5.
The fight, like the main event, I'd say 4 or 5, because I mean it wasn't the best match I've ever seen, but yeah, it was. But it was. Yeah, they enjoyed it. It's like the near falls and everything. They were with it, so that was pretty good. And and then the whole friggin' then which was pretty good. He smashed up Roman, which is always nice. I don't know. Some people like into him. I'd probably say slightly lower than Raw, because it's just there wasn't that much that stood out.
A 2 out of 10.
Yeah, so I can't really think of much that was that good. I mean, the Breezango segment was good, but to me, it's like, I know exactly. It's only a little skit. It wasn't actually. I mean, it wasn't really a mine. I mean, Kevin Owens and AJ going up against Corbin. Oh no, Kevin Owens and Corbin. I mean, going up against AJ. That was okay. That was an okay match. But like, yeah, I think I'd probably say like 2.5 for SmackDown. Because I can't. If it's if there's not much I can remember from the show, then yeah, it's not really a good thing, is it?
I've got some. Before we end the show up, I've got a few just like some wrestling news what spoke out to discuss them.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
What do you think about the rumours of how WWE won?
I've heard a lot about that, yeah. Right, hang on, let me see if I can search for it.
At the minute. It's just a rumour. Would CM Punk even go back? He's slagged off the company.
I know, but same with, I mean, Ultimate Warrior did back then, but again, I mean, it was brief because obviously he died, but still, he came back.
What's on the bridge for CM Punk to go back?
CM Punk news.
UFC career hasn't lasted long, has it? I think.
Right, hang on. Kurt Angle says CM Punk's MMA career is over. Thinks he should return to WWE. Alright, let's have a look at this one. Oh, if my friggin' computer loads up quick enough. Oh, come on, jeez. Right. What are your thoughts on it if it's true? Like, do you think it would bring anything back to WWE, or do you think just people go meh?
I think it would sell. I think it would get high ratings if CM Punk did go back. But I reckon if CM Punk went back, they'd have to advertise it. Not have it as a surprise. If they want TV ratings, they will have to advertise it. Because apparently Raw dropping ratings, and Vince McMahon's very the case in 2019.
Yeah.
TV companies don't renew Raw because of the low ratings.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've heard about that, the whole contract thing. Like, they've only got a certain amount of time before USA Network looks at the contract and goes, oh, like, what's going on here? So, but then again, would it? I've heard they could, like, that would they turn it into a network exclusive company? But that's stupid. Don't do that. Right, but anyway, I got it now. WWE Hall of Famer and current Raw General Manager Kurt Angle recently took part in a Q&A session with his fans on Facebook. During the Q&A, the former Olympic gold medalist was asked about CM Punk and whether or not he feels the hopeful UFC fighter will hang up his MMA gloves and return to the squared circle as a professional wrestler. But he says, in quotes, "I hope he comes back. I think his MMA career is over. He needs to go back to what he does best," said Kurt Angle, referring to Punk's ability as a pro wrestler. The Wrestling Observer newsletter recently reported that the UFC has yet to offer CM Punk a second fight, which Punk himself later confirmed. Which I don't think it was actually going to be under the UFC banner. I think it was like it was going to be something like a lower tier, a lower rank fight if he ever came back. I swear it was like Dana White said that or something. I'm not sure.
He did in an interview.
Which that just shows how much faith he has in CM Punk by saying that, because he got his head fucked up, and like not even. It was like in 2 minutes, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Oh, it was miserable. Right. It should be noted, however, that Punk is expecting to hear something within the next couple of weeks regarding his status as a UFC fighter. CM Punk made his official MMA debut in September of 2016, losing to UFC newcomer Mickey Gall in Cleveland, Ohio. But he was facing someone who's got way more experience than he did. He only trained for like 6 months, whereas Mickey Gall, he's likely been training his whole life to do it.
Go off to him because obviously I wouldn't do it, and he's had the balls to step in to the octagon, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the octagon.
Hardly any experience, so I don't think I would have done it. So if we had to go off to him there.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I think even Conor McGregor was saying, like, he takes his hat off to CM Punk, wasn't it? So I think it was around when he was saying about how was it wrestlers are pussies or something,
Yeah.
saying WWE they're all a bunch of fucking pussies or whatever. I can't do his accent. Um, and then yeah, that broke out into a whole Twitter war. But yeah, he did give credit to CM Punk because he said he was the only one besides Brock Lesnar, obviously, he was the only one who had the balls to go in there and actually do something. I mean, even though CM Punk obviously wasn't as good as Brock, because Brock lost his first fight. I remember hearing about, but he eventually got into it. But it might be because he was just he's just a genetic anomaly. He's just able to do it. But I don't know.
Brock Lesnar was born to be a fighter.
Mm. Which I think people have said that about him, and like also like when it 'cause, he doesn't care about the business at all, supposedly. So.
Brock Lesnar's apparently supposed to be going back to the UFC.
Excuse me. Yeah, I've heard about that as well. Which.
Contract's up at WrestleMania, so will he go back to the UFC or?
So it'll be like I guess the Goldberg situation. Like it ends at WrestleMania and then either I don't know. I feel like he likely will go back to UFC because I bet unless WWE gives him a contract that's heavy in terms of finance, in terms of money. If it's really good, he'll because he understands.
He's got a custody at WWE.
He's got right now. He's got the Undertaker contract right now, where he only gets this. He only shows up once every however long.
But would you like to see CM Punk back?
I was watching a little bit when CM Punk was there, but it was when he was first in it, when he was in the ECW brand and everything. But I never actually lived his run as WWE champion though. But I've heard that he was really good, and I heard his pipe bomb, which was pretty good. The whole thing we were saying like, oh, Vince McMahon it'd probably be better off if Vince McMahon is dead, or whatever, and then hands it over to his doofus son-in-law and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. And he was saying about Cena, the only thing you're good at or something, the best thing you're good at is kissing Vince McMahon's ass, which can't be too far from the truth. I imagine he's all up in there. But I get if he goes back, he probably isn't going to be there for long. Because I think he's probably pretty content with what he's got right now.
If he goes back, it'll be for one last match to end his career.
Yeah, but who would he face though? That's the only thing. Because I thought as a joke, and I could actually see WWE doing this. If he returns, they're gonna crush him with Brock Lesnar. They're gonna have Brock Lesnar destroy him. Or Braun Strowman. It depends on if Brock Lesnar wants to work that night. Because I just think because of all the shit that he said about WWE. Because I don't. Because exactly. WWE, they don't forget that type of shit. They're not the type that goes forgive and forget. Unless I don't know, it depends, really.
Unless it's money for them.
Yeah, if they got something to gain. And under certain circumstances, I think they do forgive and forget. But most of the time, because even if you weren't even directly involved in something bad that happened at WWE, because look at WCW, like Booker T and DDP and all that, they were buried. Booker T rose above it. He's the only exception, I'd say. Well, post WCW.
He got buried.
His
wife. What was that?
I know. He had Kimberly. What is he like? What is he doing running after Sarah? Which that's got to be awkward now, looking back at it for Undertaker, because he's not with Sarah anymore, is he? Maybe he skips over that part whenever he's watching that with his new wife, Michelle McCall. He probably skips over it, going, "Oh, what was that? No, nothing. No, nothing." Or she goes, "Who's that?" And he just goes, "I don't know." I don't know. Just
It's a
some,
storyline.
that's just an actress we found for the storyline. 'Cause, I mean, we did it with the Godfather's hose. We just got people off the street and stuff. You know? I don't know.
Do you watch that Cable 4-3?
What one?
The newest one with Mark Henry.
I have not seen it yet. No. I think I heard that one of the things that happened in it was that something like The Rock gave a gift to Ron Simmons, like
The Rock.
yeah,
Watches to Mark Henry
and some yeah, and something like it was a throwback to back in like when The Rock was really taking off in the nation, like when he gave him a photograph of himself to Ron Simmons, and then apparently Ron goes, "Oh, I wanted a Rolex," or something. Did he? Sorry.
What?
Did he go damn afterwards? Or I don't know.
So, yeah.
Ah, yeah. Gotta throw that in there. But anyway, yeah.
What Mark Henry said
Um.
about his wrestling career be coming to an end in a few months.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. But that was
After 21 years or something.
wasn't that breaking news or something today? Because I swear I remember waking up and looking on my phone and it said that.
Yeah, he said on the show that's where everybody got it from.
Ah, okay. See, I haven't caught up with Table for Three yet. I've seen a lot of them, but I haven't seen the last 3 or 4. I think the last one I saw was when Cornette, Michael Hayes, and Bischoff, that's it, were in there, and then they were just ripping on Vince Russo, which I thought was funny.
I never saw that one.
And they apparently like Cornette and Bischoff had heat or something. Jim Cornette didn't like Bischoff, and vice versa, I think. And then apparently they actually bonded over their hatred for Vince Russo, which I just think it's the funniest thing ever. Because like he actually said something like I used to hate you or something, but you know I had no idea you had this hatred for Vince Russo. So it's like, hey. Oh, amazing.
Mark Henry says that his career is going to be coming to an end in a few months and he's going to be taking a backstage role with the youngsters.
So it'd be like like an agent in the back or something.
Yeah, helping them with the development.
So he can help any of the ones who are big guys in there, like you know the big and hefty ones. So like.
Yeah.
So I mean, have you seen I don't know. I know you haven't seen NXT that much, but have you seen this tag team called Heavy Machinery?
Yeah.
Which they're pretty cool. I like them. You could do something with them, like you know, help them in like how to like act like a big guy and stuff. But I don't know. They're doing a pretty good job on their own anyway. So. But I.
Predictions for Battleground this Sunday.
Definitely, we can do. Have you? Oh, that's good. Alright. I know there's one, was it Ty Dillinger and Aiden English was one of them, isn't it? Yeah, that's it.
They think win that. Or do you not care about the pre-show matches?
I don't know, I do watch the pre-shows, but they are kind of like the thing where like, you know, unless there's something going on, it is like you do something and then it's in the background. But I don't know. This one might be a decent one. So, I mean, I feel like Ty Dillinger's gonna take it. So, I mean, because where has he been this whole time? Because it seemed like he had this big this big debut, wasn't it? Where everyone's saying turn,
Then nothing.
which I really don't understand the gimmick. I mean, I love his theme song. His theme song's really good. I like that one. But I don't get what he's supposed to be. Like, he goes 10, but what else? 'Cause I mean, he points 10 at the crowd like a 10-year-old, or 5-year-old, whatever, like a toddler who's just learned how to count.
It's like Bailey, isn't it? When Bailey puts hands up to the crowd on an entrance.
Yeah, but even more goofy, though. Because I mean, like, you know, but
Probably tied in. Probably win that match.
he likely is, because I mean, like, he hasn't been on TV that much, and he needs to win if they're gonna push him to be anything. I feel like maybe are they trying to make him into like a new age Mr. Perfect with the whole Perfect 10 crap. It's just I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe, but
I'd
it's,
work with him without that in a minute.
but I think I'm reaching by comparing him to that. I don't know.
Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton.
Yeah, that's the only. I think the only match that I'm really looking forward to,
Yeah.
besides KO and AJ, they're like likely to steal the show. They're gonna have a good match. Which,
I think Jinder Mahal win here. I think you'll retain.
yeah, it's gonna be one of those main events where we know who's winning.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be anything where I mean, Raw has got a better pay-per-view match than SmackDown does at the moment with the whole Fatal 4-Way thing. Because that is kind of like a match where you think, oh, who's going to win? There's no, I mean, you could say, oh, Roman's going to take it because he's Vince's boy or whatever. But it does have that aura where you go, like, who's going to win it? Like, anyone could win this. But SmackDown, they got incredibly predictable ending to this.
Jinder Mahal.
Unless they do something that's really good at the end of it.
Like the Thing brothers cost Jinder Mahal.
Well, they turn on him.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know what reason they'd have for that, but it'd be different, I guess. But
No one will see it coming, though.
well, I mean, besides you, it was all on. Yeah, it was all on here. If you're listening to this, and yeah, so
Thumbs up if it does happen.
give us a follow, give us a like.
Who's a new dear?
I'm hoping Usos retain. In all honesty, because New Day does not need the belts. They don't need them. Why do they need them? They don't. That's the real answer.
In a more predictable match, Cena and Rusev.
Cena.
Going to win that.
Or they could do a swerve and have Rusev win it out of nowhere. Like, I mean, because it's likely to be a match where there's no disqualifications. So, because I mean, what if Lana came out and helped Rusev? I mean, I know she's got the whole, like, dancing gimmick, whatever the hell that is, and then, but
That's going to be straight down the middle. Cena winning.
yeah, they're likely to do that, because he looked really weak on SmackDown, because he was beaten up by Rusev, Accolade, all that. So yeah,
Can't have his Hogan boy getting beaten up and not getting his payback.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it is basically like who's gonna, like, say back in the day, who's gonna win out of, like, Iron Sheik or Hulk Hogan? We all know who's gonna win. It's gonna be Hogan. It's gonna be the guy who represents America. America. They should have that in the background when Cena wins. Just that whole theme. America, fuck yeah.
He probably will.
No.
Without the fuck.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, what was it? The women's match? Did you say? Yeah.
Charlotte, Becky, Natalya, Tamina, and Lana.
I can't see Lana lasting until the end, so I'm hoping she gets taken out. She'll be gone straight away, I reckon. So I mean, if she got squashed by fucking Naomi on SmackDown, what chance has she got in this match?
No chance.
Because what the hell? I know.
Lana will go first, then Tamina, then Natalya, then it'll be left with Becky and Charlotte.
Yeah, that would be. I'm hoping Becky does win, because I mean, she hasn't really. She was doing good when she first was on SmackDown, but now it's like she's just there. Which, I mean, they were teasing a heel run when they were the whole welcoming committee or whatever it was, but then she turned on them and back to being in obscurity, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Nakamura's gonna win. I'm hoping anyway. Because otherwise, what is the point of hyping up Nakamura if you're not going to do anything with him?
You know what? I just thought of something. Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton be last.
Yeah.
What happens if Corbin comes out with his briefcase after the match?
That is actually that's actually a very good point. 'Cause I mean, like, wasn't it like that was it Survivor Series last year? I can't remember now. When wasn't it Seth Rollins won the world title from Dean, and then he won it from Roman. Sorry. Then Dean came out, and then that's how he won the belt. Yeah, so it could happen. Never know. And I think years ago, 2006 or something like that. I think Edge cashed in and beat Cena at that after the Elimination Chamber match or something. Can't remember now.
I think so. I wasn't watching back
It was. Oh no, neither have I. I'm just saying from clips I've seen. Apparently that's how Edge won his first title. I think his first world title or something like that. Anyway, it was something like where Cena was really fucked up to shit because of the match he just endured, and then Edge took the opportunity, and yeah, ran in, speared, whatever he did. I don't know what he did, and then won. But
AJ Styles and Kevin Owens.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Owens won it.
I think AJ might be saying.
Yeah,
When AJ loses, I think it'd be like a disqualification. Like Kevin Owens will cheat to win somehow.
yeah. If he wins it, yeah, he'll probably do something like distract the ref and then hit him with a chair or whatever.
So I was very surprised they had AJ winning at the house show.
I know they should do that more often with the titles. Because I mean, they used to do that back in the day with the world title.
Do you think what they should do is air house shows on the network? Sometimes?
I have heard people say that they should do that. Because I mean, they don't. Because I think apparently they have cameras there. They are filming stuff, so why not?
They were.
Cause I mean, because I could be wrong, but it could be similar to like the. Have you seen on the network they've added more old school stuff on there now? Like they got these little shows that they had in the 70s, 80s. So I guess it would be something similar to that, I guess.
But they want more people to subscribe to the network. So why? So I think if they put house shows, even if it was just like once a month, it would get people interested in it. But I think people would actually sit and watch a house show.
Yeah.
We've done it before with the Beast in the East.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to bring that up. Yeah. Yeah, the one in Japan, wasn't it? Yeah.
And another one as well, I'm sure it was.
And there was one in Madison Square Garden. When he faced Big Show, and they were saying it's the first encounter at MSG since 2002 or whatever, which it basically was just a glorified house show. But like, yeah, that worked. People were interested in that. I know, but I mean, yeah, if they don't have like, yeah, they have cameras there. They're filming it, so why not? It is one of those things where you just think, why are they not utilizing this? But have you?
The next match.
Oh yeah,
Mike Kanellis, whatever you call him.
Mike Kanellis, or Mike Bennett. I don't know, whichever one you want to call him. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like Mike's gonna win it. It might be that he wins it with the help of Maria. It could be that again. Because yeah. So I mean, I heard that like when they were doing the whole thing where Maurice was giving Miz the cold shoulder basically after he destroyed the clock and things like that. Basically the whole bear storyline, wherever the hell that was. So that was stupid. Like what? But like I heard rumblings that they were gonna split up Miz and Maurice because they're too similar to Mike and Maria. Which I just think Mike and Maria have only just they've only just come on. Like so, just like Miz and Maurice are working. They're good. We don't need another. What? Go on.
You not going to put them both on the same brand and have them in a split tag match, mixed tag match at WrestleMania again, are they?
Like Maurice, like yeah. Only
Which one's a better couple?
yeah, they wouldn't do the whole proposal at the end though, because I mean both of them were both married, unless one of them says I want a divorce. They break up at WrestleMania. I want a divorce. You lost that match. Oh, fuck. But I don't know. I'm surprised that WWE even, lets them be together. Because I mean, just that. Because I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe WWE like just. I don't know what I'm thinking. Because I mean, like, because Stephanie and Triple H, they're the power couple.
Yeah.
And I think they'd probably hate it if there was another one. Which is why I was irritated when I heard people saying, "Oh, Mike, not Mike, but his name is Mike though." The Miz,
Yeah, Mike the Miz.
The Miz and Maurice, when rumblings were going around that they were gonna split up. I had a thought in my head. I was thinking, is this because Triple H and Stephanie want to be the only power couple? Because I mean, like, because they split up Rusev and Lana. And that was, I don't know, and now they're fucking with Renee, because I mean Renee's all of her stuff's gone. They've stopped her Unfiltered show. They've stopped talking smack. I mean apparently that's going to be reserved for only after the SmackDown pay-per-views. But I've heard that they're going to completely get rid of it.
Will it be interesting to see if they are talking smack after Battleground?
They likely will be, because I mean. Supposedly it was because of bad ratings that they got rid of it. Like, cause I mean, like, I know, same here. A lot of people did, but it's just, I guess maybe after enduring like 2 hours of SmackDown, then you have 205 Live after that. Like, probably most people are thinking, oh, I want to go to sleep really. But
talking smack, you can watch it any time on the network, so people won't be bothered or not.
I know, but they say ratings don't matter, but they say ratings don't matter, but yeah, they do. So they're talking out of they're talking out of both sides of their friggin' mouth. But I don't know. I mean, they were saying about the ratings thing. They were saying the ones that happen after the pay-per-views, they do better in ratings wise in comparison to ones on TV. But I mean, I've heard. Because Vince doesn't like the unscripted nature of it, but then I've also heard it's because of ratings and it's not because of Vince. So I really don't know who to fucking believe. I mean, it could be due to not many people paying attention to it. Because I mean, not many people pay attention to 205 Live either. And yeah, I think that's gonna go.
I noticed how they didn't change the ropes this week on Monday Night Raw.
I noticed that, yeah, actually. I was wondering that. I thought, like, I was thinking it's good because then they're not separated, but it could be actually it could be a sign that they're gonna go. Like maybe they're just gonna get rid of them altogether. Any more matches on Battleground?
No, that was all.
Was that all of them? Oh really?
Yeah. I think this might be a good time to call this podcast today.
Could be actually. Just quickly, what do you think of the news that broke out? Apparently, higher ups in WWE are not happy with the women in the Mae Young Classic, saying they're not pretty enough. Apparently, that's the case. I don't know. That's what I mean. I saw them. I honestly thought they were brilliant.
I've not seen any of it, but isn't that supposed about the wrestling skills?
I know.
What they look like?
I know. That's what people are complaining about, which I agree. It's about the wrestling. It's not about what they look like. But oh fuck, man. Like maybe news will come out saying it's not true or whatever. But that just really, what really grinds my gears. Just fuck. But anyway, I think now's pretty much a good time to call it a day with this because we've pretty much covered everything. really. I mean, yeah, there was. Yeah, I mean, there's a G1 classic or climax. That's what it is. G1 climax happening. I've only seen parts of it, but I would like to get down to watching it soon. Lucha Underground happened this week as well, which I know that you don't watch it, but that's still a great show to watch. But yeah, I think we've pretty much talked about everything there is to know about WWE and wrestling, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so alright,
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter.
definitely. Like, give your shout outs if you have any. Do you have any shout outs or any plugs? Besides that, anyway.
We'll comment back to anybody who leaves us a comment.
Definitely. I want to give a quick shout out to Johnny Florida, to Mark and Haven of Comic Jaunt, Cedric Tripp, FCR Show, Crane and Andrew. All these people, they helped me set up this whole thing. They helped with what kind of audio to use, what kind of platforms there are, and that kind of stuff. Also, give a shout out to the prodigal one, Jay of the Wrestling World Wrestling Podcast Network, and follow us on YouTube at Kayfabe Matters. Follow my Twitter if you like at Metallicat1990, and what's yours, Momo?
Momo Players 1 at Momo Players 1.
Definitely, and I mean, it'll be on the Kayfabe Matters account anyway. So even if there is anyone else you want to, I mean, yeah, subscribe to our friend Jesse and DM Wrestling. They've got their Twitters are on our account as well. So
the links will all be down below in the description box.
Definitely everything that there is with us, the KM crew. It'll all be on there, and the YouTube channel is under construction at the moment, and I'm going to be hopefully uploading this to our YouTube channel. This will be our first official episode, and hopefully we'll get our other two members online as well. So
will this podcast be out tonight?
Hopefully, if I'm able to friggin' get it to work, because I mean, in all honesty, I am a bona fide noob at this fucking shit. So.
If you need any help, just tweet us out there, give you a hand. I'm a bit wise with YouTube, with having me on.
Definitely.
Gameplays and all.
Definitely.
Anyway, I've been Momo Players, and I'm signing out. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's been great. Great chats, great insights, man. So, we'll see you later, man.